Hello, my name's Sophie Llewellyn-Smith. This is a speech about MOOCs, Massive Open Online Courses. Ladies and gentlemen, a few years ago, MOOCs, Massive Open Online Courses, were launched with great fanfare, chiefly run in association with prestigious American universities like Stanford and Yale. The idea was to create a virtual learning tool, modules that students could sign up to online and that would be free, so that would perhaps plug an education deficit because they would allow access to free education for everybody. Even, let's say, a farmer in Turkey, as long as you had the technology to follow the module you were interested in. But it seems as though MOOCs have been less successful than one might have expected, and I'd like to look at the reasons why. First of all, the typical profile of someone who has enrolled on a MOOC is an American white male student who is already college educated. So clearly MOOCs are not reaching farmers in Turkey or textile workers in Bangladesh. Why? Well, I think it's because the profile I've just referred to is of someone who knows about MOOCs, probably, and who will seek out the MOOC that he is interested in. And this American white male, obviously this is a generalization, has access to the necessary technology to follow a MOOC. You need internet access, you need a laptop or some kind of computer, and also has the right lifestyle for a MOOC. You need time. You need to be able to sit at your computer, watching video clips, perhaps doing some homework, which the Turkish farmer is unlikely to have. The second problem with MOOCs is a question of quality. When the providers rushed to be the first on the market with their marvelous shiny new MOOC, they used their existing professors, their existing teaching staff, to deliver the modules to camera. But these staff were not necessarily used to e-learning and to talking to camera, so they were not necessarily the best public speakers for that kind of material. And also they were accustomed to teaching the elite of the American student body, so they didn't necessarily pitch their MOOCs correctly. It's one thing to teach young people who attend Yale. It's another to deliver a module that could be helpful to someone who has a much more basic level of education and different needs. Which brings me on to the third problems with MOOCs, the dropout rate. In some MOOCs, only a quarter of the students make it to the end of the course. And so some people have seen this as a sign that MOOCs are just poorly designed and unsuitable for their purpose. But there is another interpretation of this dropout rate, which is this, that there's no risk in enrolling on a MOOC. There's no financial risk because there is no fee. You can enroll on many MOOCs simultaneously, and then you can pick and choose the bits that you're interested in. You can watch some of the modules because there are certain skills that you're looking for. So in a way, MOOCs are quite empowering. They give responsibility to students for their own learning, for the pace at which they learn, and for what material they're going to focus on. So by way of conclusion, I would say that MOOCs are clearly not a panacea to fill this education gap. They are not going to ensure that everybody in the world has a basic level of education, but they are probably a good tool for you, because you out there are quite similar to the classic profile of a MOOC student that I have just mentioned. So go out there, do some research, pick a MOOC or several that interest you and that could enhance your knowledge and your skills, and enroll. Thank you.